I call Karen Adam.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the First Minister what assessment the Scottish Government has made of the potential impact on Police Scotland and devolved agencies of reports that the Home Office has launched a major operation to detain asylum seekers across the UK following the passing of the UK Safety of Rwanda Asylum and Immigration Act 2024.
First Minister.
Well, let me be very clear. The dog whistle politics we have seen displayed this week through the disgusting Home Office footage and, frankly, the accompanying Westminster rhetoric has no place here in Scotland. This government has consistently opposed the Rwanda Act, while other members of this chamber have, in their capacity as MPs, voted for it. We have absolutely opposed the Rwanda Act and the Illegal Migration Act. The hostile environment rhetoric is a symptom of a broken Westminster system that's focused on constantly attacking the most vulnerable and is a complete abdication of the UK's not just moral responsibility, but its international obligations as well. Any unannounced Home Office immigration enforcement visits will raise concern and anxiety right across our communities. While Police Scotland, of course, have a role in maintaining public order and public safety, they will never assist in the removal of asylum seekers or other migrants. Ministers will continue to press our deep concerns on reserved asylum policy to the UK counterparts.
Karen Adam.
I thank the First Minister for that answer. With the news that the Home Office raids have begun, is the First Minister as sickened as I am and many of my constituents are the fact that this unworkable policy has been forced upon Scotland by a very fear-mongering and xenophobic UK government?
First Minister.
I agree entirely with Karen Adam, and I do, though, have to say that I have great faith in the people of Scotland who will ever forget the heroic actions of those in Kenmure Street, for example. But let me say, from a government perspective, we stand absolutely steadfast in our opposition to the Rwanda Act and Illegal Migration Act. I deplore the inhumane Home Office enforcement action that we've seen. Detaining people to forcibly remove them to Rwanda is cruel and punishes some of the most vulnerable in our society. And really, it is at times like this that we all have an obligation to just step back, actually think about what's going on here. That in a country, in the UK, where those who flee often persecution, war or extreme poverty come to our shores, what has happened to the UK that has often opened its homes, its hearts, its arms to people who are seeking sanctuary? Instead, we have a UK government that wants to pit community against community, person against person, race against race. And I'm afraid that inflammatory rhetoric, that stoking the flames of division, is only detrimental for each and every single one of us. So my plea to end this question, Presiding Officer, is to every single political party, particularly in a general election year. It's so important that we show some moral leadership in relation to some of the most divisive issues. And I hope every single member of this chamber will play their part in ensuring that we put out the flames as opposed to stoke the flames of racial, religious tension that I'm afraid this Rwanda Act undoubtedly inflames.